There are three specific mistakes that majority of traders are going to make heading into 2024 that's significantly going to impact their ability to be successful. So what I wanted to do in this video is share what those three things are, what those three mistakes are, and give you highly actionable insights that you can implement right now to ensure that 2024 is the most successful trading year yet for you, and you can significantly lower your trading emotions. You can get funded, you can scale funding, you can get payouts from funding, and you can ensure in 2024 that you accomplish your trading goals. So without further ado, let's get into this masterclass. Avoid these three trading mindset mistakes in 2024. The first mistake here is majority of traders are not going to prioritize their health. Majority of traders are going to think that the way they get ahead and they get successful results is by only trading, but this is simply not true. Most traders are going to neglect their health. They're not going to worry about getting quality sleep. They're not going to worry about working out. They're not going to worry about eating the right foods or drinking enough water throughout the day. Most traders are going to overstimulate themselves with caffeine, and then they're going to go out on successful days and they're going to go party and drink an enormous amount of alcohol. And what's going to happen is they're going to completely neglect the most important component of your long-term success as a trader. So there are a few key things to understand when we talk about health and its significant role in being long-term, sustainable, successful trader. The first thing here is most traders, the first mistake they're going to make is they're going to have poor habits. They're going to be drinking too much caffeine to stay stimulated. They're going to think that that's the way they become better traders. The truth about caffeine is what's going to happen is you're going to have this feeling of invincibility. And you're going to feel as if you can take enormous amount of risks without consequences. You're going to feel above the market. You're going to start forcing setups onto the market. Now, I'm a big believer in moderate amounts of caffeine, but you have to be aware of how caffeine impacts your perception of risk. And you have to be self-aware enough to recognize that if you have a caffeine or a coffee right before you trade for the day, does that actually impact your ability to stick to your trading plan? If you find that the caffeine's enough to get you focused and adhering to your trading plan with the proper perception of risk, with an objective perception of risk, then caffeine may be a great option. But if you're finding yourself every time you have coffee or caffeine that you're risking too much or taking too many low quality setups or forcing setups into the market, then you may want to recognize that you're either drinking too much caffeine or you're drinking caffeine too close to your trading session. And you may want to moderate the amount of caffeine you drink. A lot of traders go out and drink an enormous amount of alcohol. And the truth is alcohol is not very good for you. And you might want to experiment with drinking a little bit less alcohol and seeing what type of impact that has on you. Doesn't mean you cut out alcohol altogether, but moderation is really the key when we talk about food consumption, alcohol and caffeine consumption. And probably one of the more important components here is poor sleep. Make sure you have a routine for your sleep and make sure you know how much sleep you need to perform at an optimal level, and you adhere to that schedule. Now, of course, one night every week you may not adhere to that schedule, but what's key is 80-20. You're 80% of the times you're adhering to the habits that you set to ensure that your health is on point. So you want to establish the proper habits for sleep, for eating, for drinking, for working out. Get enough sleep, quality sleep. It may be 7 hours for you, it may be 10 hours for you. You need to figure out what works best for you. You want to make sure that you're eating whole foods, quality foods. If you can do organic food, that's ideal. You want to make sure you're drinking enough water and you have a glass or a bottle next to you at all times, constantly consuming water. You want to be moderating the sugary foods you drink, the dairy you drink, the alcohol you drink. You really want to be moderating anything that has to do with dairy, sugar, alcohol, caffeine. You want to be working out, and working out doesn't necessarily mean that you have to go to the gym and lift heavy weights. A workout once a day could be a 20-minute walk or a small run, whatever resonates best with you. But again, you want to experiment and find what works best for you. And you want to start to establish those healthy habits early on in 2024, because having your health on point is going to make you feel energized. It's going to make you feel productive and good. And ultimately, that's only going to reflect in your trading results. It's going to enhance your mental clarity, your energy, and your performance. And you're going to be able to come to the charts and see them clearly. You're not going to be having a skewed perception of risk. You're not going to be feeling invincible or inferior in the market. You're going to be clear, you're going to be energized, you're going to be confident, and you're going to be able to adhere to your trading plan and make the wisest possible trading decisions in that session. So don't fall into mistake number one, like so many traders are going to in 2024. They're going to neglect their health. They're going to drink too much caffeine. They're going to drink too much alcohol. They're going to get poor sleep. They're going to have a poor diet. They're not going to work out enough. You've heard me say over and over on this channel that if you don't empower the other areas of life, they're ultimately going to affect your trading. The health is a big one. If you don't take care of your health, you're going to have so many issues with mental clarity, with sickness, with the way you feel and your performance, and that's going to significantly impact your ability to be a successful trader. So get the proper habits in place with your sleep, with your eating, your drinking, and working out, and make that a priority. Stick to those habits throughout 2024. And I guarantee you that's going to have a positive effect on your trading results. Mistake number two is forcing your ideas onto the market. And this is something that I've observed through hundreds of traders in 2023. A lot of my students come to me initially with very inconsistent, very poor results and a lot of stress in their trading. And when we really dig deep, we recognize that a lot of the trade ideas they had initially were created in their own head, and they were just forcing ideas onto the market. There's no basis of that idea in the market. There's no evidence of it in the market. And they just create these crazy ideas in their head for whatever reason, and they force those ideas onto the market. And they have a lot of stressful, poor performing months. And the truth is, the reason they had those stressful and poor performing months is because of nothing that happened in the market, but it had everything to do with the way they were creating these ideas in their head and projecting them onto the market. So traders are too focused on the outcome. They're too focused on what I call outcome-based thinking and outcome-based decision-making. They create ideas in the virtual market in their head about what they think is going to happen next and what they would want to happen next in the market and what they think is going to get them funded and get them recognition and get them a new car or pay rent for a month. And they create all these outcome-based ideas in their mind, and then they project them onto the market. And then they put risk on in the real market by creating this false idea and fantasy in their mind. And there's no real evidence to support that bias in the market. They're just pulled by their own fantasies and their own imagination in their mind. So it's really important to be aware of the outcome-based ideas, fantasies, and expectations you create in the virtual market in your mind, and what ideas you're forcing onto the market. And the shift that I really encourage traders to make is learn to be open to the market, to be present with the market, and to be curious about what the market's going to do next. Instead of trying to tell the market what you want it to do next or forcing an idea onto the market, you become acutely aware and curious about, what is the market going to do next? This is what my trading plan says based on previous data. This is more likely to happen than not, right? That's why I'm taking this trade. That's my edge. But I'm curious, what's the market going to do? Because it may not do what I want it to do this time. It may do something completely different because nobody has control over the outcome. But I'm very curious to know what's going to happen next. And I've observed that some of the best traders out there, they have this curiosity about what the market's going to do next, and they're unattached from what the market's going to do next, even if they have money in the markets, even if they have a position on. And this is really what I'm going to promote with this particular insight. So too many traders become addicted to the outcome. They become addicted to winning and money. And this is the second mistake that far too many traders are going to make in 2024. It's going to make them be very stressful in the market. It's going to make trading not pleasant, and it's going to kill their consistent profitability, their ability to get funded, their ability to scale and hold on to that funding. Because whenever you become addicted to an outcome and you're caught up in your own head, wishing and forcing ideas onto the market, you're not trading your trading plan. You ignore your trading plan. And now you're run by your emotions, fear and greed. And you don't build consistent profitability that way. The way you build consistent profitability is by ridding any expectations in your mind, being clearly, acutely present with the market, figuring out what the market's going to do next. And when the market gives you the signals that are in your trading plan, then you execute. So you see the difference? One is listening to the market, making decisions based on what the market's communicating to you. The other one is just blindly forcing ideas onto the market. So what I've done is I've created a free tool called the Bulletproof Your Mindset tool. And in fact, I've updated it a few days ago. So it's now the Bulletproof Your Mindset tool 2.0. And this is a tool I created that's modeled off what the 7-figure traders I've worked with do to help you emulate that mindset and transition from this outcome-based thinking trader that's caught up in the virtual market in your head and these fantasies to being present with the market. And if you adhere to this tool, it's going to help you have consistent profitability, because what it's going to do, it's firstly going to help you become aware of your outcome-based expectations. Secondly, it's going to help you ground those. Thirdly, it's going to help you adhere to your trading plan. And fourthly, it's going to help you only take trades if they're process-based decisions in alignment with your trading plan. This is really a major key that many traders are missing from their trading. They have a trading plan, they have an edge, but they don't stick to it. So this Bulletproof Your Mindset tool 2.0 is the key to helping you be present with the market and build consistent profitability without stress in your trading in 2024. So make sure you go into the description below and click the first link and download the Bulletproof Your Mindset tool. It's completely free. All you need to do is put your name and email in. That tool is going to get emailed through to you and you're going to have that for life. So make sure you go ahead and do that right now and have that tool and start implementing it every single trade you take in 2024. Now, mistake number 3 is not having a plan. Many traders will come into 2024 thinking they can wing it and thinking they can just make money without having a very specific plan and a very specific edge that they're adhering to. And the truth is, this is going to push you into outcome-based thinking. It's going to make you think that you can predict what's going to happen next, which no trader can. It's going to make you think small. It's going to create a lot of emotion and stress in your trading. And you're not going to be able to build consistent profitability by not having a plan. So it increases the chances of being hijacked by your amygdala. If you don't have a plan and you come to the market, you're going to be overwhelmed by millions of decisions. You could do anything in that moment. You could risk this amount, you could risk that amount, you could enter here, you could exit here, you could take profit here, you could take a loss here. So the market there's an enormous amount of decisions you can make looking at the market, depending on how you view it. So if you don't have a very specific set of criteria, a checklist that guides your decision making in the market, your amygdala is going to be heightened, your survival response is going to be heightened, and you're more likely to make emotional, irrational decisions that lead to you not making money in the long run because they're run by fear and greed. They're run by your emotions. So it's very important to have a plan, because what you're going to do is you're going to lay out your specific edge into a trading plan. You identify an edge in the market, you take that edge, you put it into a specific trading plan with a checklist, and now you can come to the market every single time and you know exactly what you're looking for and you can adhere to your edge. That's the way you have consistent profitability, by consistently executing on your edge in the market. But don't expect to have consistent profitability if you don't have your edge laid out in a trading plan and you don't have a clear checklist that's guiding your decision making in the market. So these are the top 3 mistakes that most traders are going to make in 2024. They're going to neglect their health. They're going to force ideas into the market and they're not going to have a plan. It's going to lead to a lot of stress and emotion in their trading, and it's ultimately going to kill their ability to have consistent profitability. If you go in there and you prioritize your health and you structure your health, you go in there and you use the Bulletproof Your Mindset tool to be aware of outcome-based expectations, ground those, and then get back to your trading plan. That's a clearly laid out checklist of your edge, guiding you exactly what to do in the market at every single point in time. You're going to significantly increase the probability of being a consistently profitable trader in 2024. And you're going to stack the odds in your favor of having the most successful trading year yet. So I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with your trading friends and your trading communities. I look forward to seeing you all in the next video.